They should be back there in a couple minutes.
We'll do McDonald. McDonald's father, right?
Yeah.
Father is on the stand, but they had to evacuate the courtroom because of a
Fire alarm. No pressure.
Nah.
Look. It hurts my
Andre. He's a murder charge her wife Andreen.
It posted.
It did. Whoa. What's going on here?
Yeah. I need my own it posted song.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna get hit copyright violation.
Can we say is taking the stand today? Because I don't want to.
Oh, all right. But they had to evacuate the courtroom because of a fire alarm being pulled. So says our live stream producer, Landon Lowe. Landon, mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. On 2, 3, 4. See, this happens to me.
Two.
Good Monday morning, everyone, and welcome to KSAT News Now, streaming from the KSAT 12 newsroom. Thank you very much for hanging out with us on a Monday as we get back to the work week.
On a Monday?
On
Sounds
a
like
Monday.
you're singing a song.
On a Tuesday. No, it is a Monday. How's it going?
Well,
Yeah?
I'm good. How was your
Jinx, buy me a
weekend?
Coke now. It was good. It was good. It was pretty fun. Got to check out Royal Rumble for the first time ever, and so that was a lot of fun. I grew up as a wrestling fan. Not so much nowadays. I don't follow it, but it was still definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience, something that I just wanted to check out.
Yeah, well, we were talking a little bit about it, and you know
Yeah.
more about it than you are
I think
giving
so.
off right
I
now.
learned a lot from the folks there at the Alamodome on Saturday. How about you?
I had a good weekend.
Yeah.
It was a family-oriented weekend.
Okay.
We played some games, and it was fun. So
Yeah, you were talking about this the game you were playing with Alexa.
Yeah.
Just kind of guessing songs from different decades.
yeah, different. Well,
seems
you
like
could
a lot of
pick
fun.
whatever genre, whatever decade. I don't know what it's called. I'll have to like look it up. But it was really fun. It gives you 5 seconds to name the song and the title. And
What was an example of a song that you got correct that maybe you're like, I have no idea that I even knew this song was still in my brain or in
I
my
can't think
memory?
of one. But so I love country music.
Ah, okay.
But I mean, I love all music, but
Yeah.
country music specifically. I know the songs, don't know the artist, don't know the name
Yeah.
of the song. I just can sing it. So
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be an expert at that, but I don't think I got
Okay.
any of them
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, we'll have to get an update on that, find out what game that is. But we have a lot of news to get to, obviously, as it's already been a very, very busy Monday, including a recap of several events. We're talking about Royal Rumble. That was kind of a pretty big one that happened over the weekend. And also an interesting story here about how dirty is San Antonio compared to the rest of the U.S. You might be surprised to find out.
Yes, but first we do want to start with a quick mention of the Andre McDonald trial. Andrea McDonald's father is taking the stand today, but this is after they get back into the courtroom because it did have to be evacuated earlier because a fire alarm was actually pulled. So if you're unfamiliar, Andre McDonald is currently facing a murder charge for the 2019 death of his wife Andreen.
All right, so this is day 6 of the trial, and it's possible that we could maybe hear from Andre himself. So the defense is deciding whether or not he will take the stand today.
Yes, last week prosecutors called several witnesses to the stand, including family and friends of Andreen, and even the medical examiner was there to testify. So we've been following the trial all the way from the beginning, and you can also watch along. It's happening in real time. You can watch that on KSAT Plus, YouTube, and on KSAT.com.
Yeah, we have got you covered there. Okay, so moving on to really what's been the big story here, and that is the weather. It's chilly. It's a damp start.
Yeah, guys.
Sarah
It is.
Spivey's with us this morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, Sarah.
I'm happy to be here
Congrats
with
to
you
the
guys.
Chiefs real quick.
I know,
I
go
know.
Chiefs, right? I'm a huge Chiefs fan.
Yes.
They won yesterday. I know there were some controversial calls in the mix there. I'm sure you'll talk about it and
Maybe we can have you come back for Stick Figure Sports.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. All I can say is Kelsey Bowl. I'm excited
wow.
about that.
I like that.
All right, but first I do want to talk about how we are expecting at least some wintry weather in parts of the KSAT 12 viewing area. Now, around San Antonio, for the most part, this will stay liquid, but there are some neighborhoods that are going to have to be on alert. First, let's go ahead and take a look outside right now with live cam. It's 36 degrees outside. Mist and drizzle being reported at the airport. Temperatures today are just going to pretty much hold steady at 36. So it's going to be a chilly, cold day out there, although in parts of the hill country, it's already gotten below freezing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the future cast here. This is a snapshot at 6 p.m. tonight. You can see maybe just some very light rain occurring in many areas. But as we head into early tomorrow morning, right around the time of the morning commute, notice that in the hill country, freezing rain will be happening. This is again 7 o'clock early tomorrow morning. Notice that in San Antonio, it remains all liquid. That freezing line is going to be just in North Bexar County, like right around 1604. North of 1604, that's where we'll have some areas of freezing rain. This is a snapshot of tomorrow afternoon. Most of this will be light, but all it takes is a little bit of freezing rain to make some potential travel impacts. Again, notice at 4 o'clock, even in San Antonio, still maintaining all liquid rain. As we head into Wednesday morning, though, things are going to become way more robust. We're talking heavier freezing rain across the hill country, even as far south as New Braunfels and 1604. Up into the hill country, though, that's where the highest totals of freezing rain or ice will be. 3 a.m. Wednesday, then right as we head into the early morning hours on Wednesday, that freezing line is actually going to migrate to the north during the day on Wednesday. So yes, freezing rain will continue to be possible in the hill country, but it will become less possible in San Antonio proper as we head into early Wednesday morning. Then by Wednesday afternoon, things really start to calm down, and by about midday Wednesday, we should be done with any chance for freezing rain. All right, I want to show you a zoomed in map here of the potential freezing rain impacts and as how far south those go. This is 1604 right here on the north side. So areas like Stone Oak, Leon Springs, Timberwood Park, Bulverde, even Selma, Schertz, and New Braunfels have a potential for minor impacts from freezing rain. Bridges and overpasses and the like. Notice though, as you go further north toward Canyon Lake, toward Bernie, toward parts of Kerr County, those winter impacts become more moderate to major. And then across parts of the hill country, we will have major winter storm ice impacts. Areas like Kerrville, Fredericksburg Junction, and even further north toward Dallas-Fort Worth, the entire I-35 corridor and most of the I-20 corridor is going to be under the risk for some icy conditions. This is again tonight through midday Wednesday. So if you have any friends or family that are traveling up to Austin today or up to Dallas today, they may not be able to safely get home to San Antonio until potentially midday Wednesday or even later, because there's going to be some icy impacts along I-35. So let's go over again minor, moderate, major ice impacts. So this is a look at the ice accumulation forecast tonight through midday Wednesday. Now, in San Antonio, most of San Antonio will be looking at a cold rain. However, in some areas north of Highway 90, we'll have minor impacts, so bridges and overpasses you should be cautious over that. Now, that's most of the city. Okay, but north of 1604, we're talking Leon Springs, Timberwood Park, Bulverde, New Braunfels. If you live near these areas, know that there could be up to about 1/4 of an inch of ice accumulation. That would lead to icy roads and bridges, and that will eventually see some light ice on some trees as well. And then the further north you go into the hill country, Bernie, Kerrville, Spring Branch, Fredericksburg, we're talking major ice impacts. 1/2 inch of ice is possible in spots. Whenever you get 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice on trees, they start to sag and they start to even break. And so that could result in a few power outages as well across the hill country. If you live in Bernie, Kerrville, Spring Branch, Fredericksburg, or near those areas, today may be a good idea to head to the hardware store, head to the grocery store. Make sure you have those essentials just in case you have a few power outages. We do not anticipate these in San Antonio proper, so keep that in mind. These are areas across the hill country. And then again, we are going to be seeing temperatures rise above freezing during the day on Wednesday when we have more widespread cold rain. By Thursday in the morning, an isolated shower or two, but then skies will clear. And Priscilla and RJ, by the weekend, we're going to be sunny and in the 60s for the high temperatures. So again, this is about 48-hour, 72-hour period where you're going to want to be on alert. And if you're in San Antonio, especially if you're in North San Antonio, and then definitely in the hill country.
Yeah, so we'll just have to get through the next couple of days, and hopefully everybody can stay safe on the roads while they're driving.
Absolutely. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what school districts pull the trigger too, because I know after the winter storm of 2021, everybody's a little on edge. And I also know that our Garrett Beringer is going to be doing a story with TxDOT today. He's going to be talking about what preparations they're making ahead of the potential ice starting tonight through Wednesday.
Yeah, and you guys have the KSAT Weather Authority app with the latest updates and information there. I know you guys are already planning to cover this in the way that you guys do, the best coverage throughout the entire area.
I'm going to go ice chasing over the next
That's
couple
what I was going to
days,
say.
too. So,
yeah, I heard you say that
we'll be
earlier.
up there in the hill country, keeping our eye on things. Don't worry, we're getting out there before things start, so that way we're going to be very safe.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you
very
so much.
Lynn. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so moving on to some big national news that we've been following throughout the weekend, Priscilla. This is, of course, the death of Tyre Nichols. People all over the country spent the weekend demonstrating for police reform, including right here in San Antonio.
Yes, a peaceful protest was held Saturday at Martin Luther King Jr. Plaza. That's on the east side, and many of the people there were holding signs saying "Justice for Tyre" and "Stop the War on Black America."
So the organizer of this protest, her name is Rachel Tucker. She's with the Party of Socialism and Liberation, said that on behalf of the group that, quote, "We're here to stand in solidarity with the family's demands and the demands of all of our families that have lost loved ones due to police brutality," end quote.
Nichols died earlier this month after a traffic stop turned into a brutal beating by Memphis police officers, and that was followed by his death. So the body cam footage of the assault was released Friday, which led to many of these weekend demonstrations.
That's right, yeah, and if you're watching this on the visual platforms, you saw that body cam video, which obviously led to just a lot of reaction, very, very strong reaction from around the country. So the 5 Memphis police officers who also happen to be black have been charged with second-degree murder, and Nichols' funeral is set for Wednesday. His parents saying that they will be attending President Biden's State of the Union address next week. Yeah.
So just one of those situations that we obviously never want to be in, but the country once again just kind of coming together for the common goal, calling for accountability and things of that nature.
Yeah, just, I mean, very, very difficult to watch that body cam footage there. And in fact, it was the Scorpion unit, right? That's what that group of officers they belong to there, which was they would patrol these areas which were designated as high crime areas in Memphis. That unit has now been deactivated. And I think I just got a push alert saying that there may be another officer, a 6th Memphis officer relieved of duty in Nichols' arrest. This is a push alert that we just sent out right now, so this is the very latest updated information, but yeah, these types of things just reverberate across the country, and here people of all ages were at MLK Plaza the other day to protest and get their voices heard a little bit here.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be talking now about COVID. So it still remains a global health emergency, and according to the World Health Organization, you know, luckily we're nearing the inflection point is what it's called, and that means that more and more people are gaining immunity, which lowers virus-related deaths.
Okay, so the director of the World Health Organization said during their annual executive board meeting that, quote, "There is no doubt that we're in a far better situation now compared to a year ago when the Omicron variant was at its strongest."
In the past 8 weeks, 170,000 people have died from COVID around the world. The WHO released findings that 13.1 billion doses of COVID vaccines have been administered. Nearly 90% of health and more than 4 in 5 people over 60 years old have completed their first series of shots.
All right, so yeah, this is an interesting point here. I remember like the early reporting during COVID and talking to a professor of epidemiology at UTSA, and he was saying that we would reach this point where we would have more people get immunity to this, but that it would take years, and that actually has proven to be true. That's what I thought of when I saw this story. That's what I thought of when I saw this story earlier today, was that professor had said that it's going to take years before the immunity part of this catches up to the actual spread, but still something that we obviously need to always be aware of nowadays.
Yeah, and even though, I mean, these variants just keep mutating, so it almost feels like we may continue to be playing catch up to try and figure it out. But I know that they're working on possibly implementing the vaccine to be more like the flu vaccine, where you kind of just get it every year and they predict what the next variants are going to be like.
Yeah, definitely it has changed the way that we think about just, you know, cleanliness, and, you know, nowadays I always use hand sanitizer, wash my hands as much as possible, because yeah, this is something that obviously we're now living with in real time.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, speaking of washing stuff or being making sure not to be dirty, okay, question here. If you had to rank how dirty San Antonio is, where would you rank it?
I've never thought about this,
Me
but
neither.
But this story surprised me. So
Yeah.
an online lawn care service called Lawn Starter ranked the largest 150 U.S. cities on how dirty they are by measuring pollution, living conditions, and infrastructure.
Okay, so this is not pretty right here, but we were ranked as the 7th dirtiest city out of 152 listed. So Houston was ranked 1, so we at least got Houston beat there. But yeah, something not a great list to be on here.
Yeah, I always think that the dirtiest city would be like New York. I've never thought Houston would
Sure,
be it.
yeah.
Anyway, so we scored exceptionally low in living conditions category, which measures overcrowded homes, houses with no plumbing, and homelessness.
Okay, again, this was this is nothing official here. This is just kind of like a report. We also ranked below average when it comes to infrastructure, and that includes landfill waste and satisfaction with waste management and garbage disposal. Very important things there.
So Dallas came in at 32, and Austin came in at 56.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know about this whole report here. Again, what's this thing? Lawn Starter? They're the ones that are now the official word on pollution here. I mean, yeah, you can kind of look at this in several different ways. You're right. I think for the most part, San Antonio is a pretty clean city. Like when you kind of drive in certain areas, but then also like any other big cities,
right,
there's areas that are a little bit dirtier than most.
I feel like too, it matters where you're driving, like you said.
Yeah.
So major highways where people are kind of coming in and out of San Antonio, you can't count that as San Antonio's pollution only. I mean,
yeah,
we are not the problem here.
No, definitely not. The Lawn Starter.
Just
Why they
kidding.
gotta be picking on us? Everyone's
But-
always picking on us.
You know what I was thinking about though for this story? So after the game last night, everybody was crowding for the win, right? And
Right.
I'm thinking when we have all these major events, people leave behind a lot of
Oh
litter.
yeah, they
and,
do. They do.
And then the crews come in and clean it up, but that's what I was thinking about.
You know, pick up after yourself, people. At sporting events, yes, especially. Yeah, interesting list here. I don't know. Lawn. What is this again? Lawn Starter. Okay. Cool Lawn Starter.
RJ has a beef to pick with you, Lawn Starter.
Always picking on San Antonio. The Alamodome's the ugliest building out there. Like, come on now. Like, give us a break here. All right. Moving on here to, you just mentioned sports. This is the greatest sports segment in the history of sports.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I made that up. Yeah. Stick figure sports. Okay, Priscilla, did you happen to watch any of these games yesterday? Or were you
I
playing
mainly
Alexa?
watched, I was playing Alexa.
Yeah.
But I watched people's reactions.
All right, so we have a Super Bowl matchup set up. I had to look this up. This is Super Bowl, what was it again? Super Bowl LVII. I had to look this up.
Yeah?
I don't know. Do you know the Roman numeral of this?
It's 52? 62. 56. I don't know.
57.
Oh, 57. Sorry. Yeah.
57. I had to look it up also. All right, so
Why
we
do you
have a
gotta put me on
matchup
the
set here.
spot
I
like
know.
that?
Here is my horrible attempt at a Super Bowl trophy. There you go. So I'm going to draw the couple of helmets here. Yeah, this is going to be, who do we have here? KC. So Sarah's probably going to make fun of me here because of my horrible drawing there. With the Kansas City Chiefs going back to the Super Bowl. This is Mr. Patrick Mahomes doing his work there as he beat the Cincinnati Bengals yesterday. Sorry, Don, our director is a big Bengals fan. Tough loss there. I was cheering for Cincinnati. And they will be facing Max Massey's Philadelphia Eagles. Look at that. Da-da-da. So we have Super Bowl 57 matchup. We have the Eagles taking on the Chiefs in Glendale, Arizona on February 12th. Are you a big Super Bowl fan or
I know
get
what
together?
I'm going to be a fan of. Let's see if you can guess it or
Oh,
not.
I already know what you're, yes, very nice. Is that
Rihanna,
Riri?
Umbrella,
Yes.
yeah. So I'm all about the performance, obviously,
Very nice.
and the
yeah.
commercials.
Ah, the commercials too, yes. Hey, you know what? As long as Rihanna wins, then we all win. I know a lot of people are excited about that Super Bowl performance there with Rihanna. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty.
Well, and this
I
is
like
what I
it.
was saying. I saw it was the Eagles fans. They were all crowded in the
Yeah.
streets, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, that's going to be a lot to clean up.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Do you want to try and draw an eagle? I don't know, like a beak or something like that? It
There you
kind of
go,
looks like
there
a
you go.
chicken, maybe a wing here or something like that.
That looks like a duck, a bunny. Everything you add just changes it.
Philly! Go, Matt. I don't know. That's horrible there.
But this is good. This actually looks like the
Thank you.
trophy.
It looks
yeah.
like like something our art department would put together from.
Yes, professional.
Take that, Henry Keller, in our art department. All right, so we have Super Bowl 57 set up. Yeah, don't worry. I had to look up the Roman numeral
I
also.
forgot this
Yeah.
is 5.
The 5,
Hello.
the 2.
Yeah,
I was
57.
like, I cannot believe we're already at 57. All right, but yeah, that Super Bowl matchup, February 12th. Also, want to mention that the Spurs are actually back on the court tonight, back here at home. Does anyone pay attention to Spurs nowadays? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Max.
You're gonna anger some
What'd you
people.
think of this, man?
I was gonna come join you. I didn't want to ruin Robert's show though.
You can come join us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was in the booth
Max,
and I was like,
our resident Philly fan here.
Hi.
Yeah,
Yes.
hi, yeah.
Yes.
Welcome
Please
to
still
KSAT
watch
News Now.
KSAT. Thank you.
Look, you should reset it so he can do his own.
Oh, you
song.
want to do your own stick
I
figure
don't
sports?
know. I mean, here's a
at that.
masterpiece right here. I don't think I can top it.
But what about
is-
that
what
right
is
there?
this?
It's a chicken.
That's a
Philadelphia.
chicken?
It
It's
started
supposed to
as
be an
his
eagle.
eagle, but
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Do you know the Eagles, the fight song? You gotta know the
Of course I
fight
know
song,
the
right?
fight
Fly
song.
Eagles,
Yeah,
fly.
Fly, Eagles,
Okay.
fly. On the road to big. All right.
Wow.
He's gonna jump in.
Max is very excited
I'm
about
very
this.
excited.
Do you have a prediction?
Oof. So I would like to say I'm rooting
Okay.
for the Chiefs.
Okay.
Okay.
Too. If it weren't for the Eagles, I'd be jumping on the Chiefs bandwagon. Hi, Sarah Costa. Hope all is well. I'm usually not this unbearable.
Yeah.
If it weren't against the Eagles, I would be going for the Chiefs. I love Andy Reid, love Pat Mahomes, love the offense.
Wow.
I will
Deep dive
say-
here.
yeah,
I know.
I will say Eagles win
Yeah.
24 to
Oh.
21.
Okay. Well,
How about
Sarah's
those
fires back. Look at that. What is it? The
Two
Red
people.
Kingdom? Yeah.
I love
the
this.
Philly, the KC fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been an
Should
honor.
be a good one.
Thank you for
Thank you,
having
yeah.
me.
Thanks,
Good-
Max. Go Riri.
That too, yes. Rihanna will be taking the stage there. They always have some other guests, right, for halftime? They just like some surprise guests. Have they announced
Sometimes.
anyone?
I haven't heard of anyone else.
She's
but I
like, I'm
usually-
soloing
yeah.
this thing.
I'm
That's
sure
it.
she'll bring someone out. It's usually somebody that they have like a song tied to.
Right, definitely. Okay, so that was it. Thank you very much, Max, for hanging out with us, and Sarah Spivey for coming in here, big Chiefs fan. All right, moving on to this other thing we were talking about. So there was a lot of high-flying, pile-driving action on Saturday night in San Antonio as WWE's Royal Rumble officially took over the Alamodome.
Yes, so Alamodome officials said more than 51,300 people, including RJ, attended the event, which brought stars like Brock Lesnar, Rhea Ripley, and Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins, yeah. So this is the fourth time we've hosted the Royal Rumble. Fun fact here, the last 3 times were in 97, 07, and 2017. So pretty cool event here. This is one of the most interesting events because some of the rules here is that any wrestler, celebrity, or sports icon can join the wrestling lineup.
Yes, and so this is something I learned today. So Bad Bunny made his return to wrestling at last year's Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
and in 2021 he actually went against The Miz and John Morrison at WrestleMania 37. So interesting thing there. And you were disappointed he didn't show up.
I was disappointed we didn't get Bad Bunny, we didn't get The Rock. I thought The Rock maybe plug in the XFL team that we have going on here. We didn't get John Cena, we didn't get Stone Cold, we didn't get, but it was still a very, very entertaining night at the Alamodome.
Yeah.
And it lasted like 6 hours, so people got like the bang for their buck there. By the way, a picture of our digital content producer, Rebecca Salinas, and her boyfriend.
There you go. Yeah, I was just going to say, these people that go, they really follow wrestling
Yeah.
like hardcore. So you can just see, if you're looking at the visual platform, look at that crowd there. Like,
Yeah.
amazing.
It was incredible stuff. Yeah, so definitely an experience. First time I'd ever been to a wrestling event like this. I remember going when I was like 7 or 8 years old. We had some WWF like stars go to El Paso, and my dad took me and my little brother, and it was a good times.
Keyword WWF. This was
Yes.
before the merger, which
I'm
is when
old.
I used to watch wrestling. So
You dropped a lot of wrestling knowledge earlier.
I mean,
was
I grew up
surprised.
around boys, so
Yeah.
I was
You said Sting.
Sting,
Okay.
there was Stone Cold, there was obviously, like you said, The Rock.
Yeah.
And now that you put me on the spot, I'm The Big Show was one of my favorites.
Big Show. There was like Razor Ramon and stuff like that. They were all part. Triple H.
Yes.
Yeah. Triple H was here because he's one of these like big officials with WWE, but he was doing all like the post-match stuff and everything. So Good times out there.
Well, I'm happy you got
yeah.
to go.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. Good scene out there.
Hey, real quick before we
okay,
go,
here we
I
go,
got
here
the
we
name
go.
of the song, the thing I was
Oh,
playing.
you thought it was
Song quiz on
Umbrella
Alexa.
by Rihanna?
No, song quiz. If you want to play something with your family or your friends, it's song quiz
I
on
like it.
Alexa. You gotta try
Song
it out.
quiz Alexa. Okay. I gotta check this out because you said that it was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Different genres, different music. They only give you 5 seconds.
It's about 5 seconds.
Okay,
yeah.
I like it.
So,
We gotta check that out. All right.
Anyway, thanks for
We will
watching.
definitely, yes. Thanks for watching us on KSAT News Now on a very busy Monday morning. Remember to follow us on the KSAT Weather Authority app and get all your latest updates for weather right there.
Bye.
Bye.